Find your playmaker.
They run with Henry on first down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Fields. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
A first down carry for Henry. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On play action, Fields. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Henry again on 2nd down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Off play action, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. McCann's got it teed up. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. At their own 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
On 1st down, it's Henry. And a tackle there by Chris Barnes. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Henry, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Colby Weidman now on to punt. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The result there is the offense is going to come back on the field. A first down as they get 12 on the fake punt. Now a first down carry by Jones. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. With a catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now it's Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there for Chicago. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Yeah, first down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Touchdown! That's caught. David Njoku, his first touchdown of the new season as the Bears push further out in front. McCann now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You enjoy pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Hassan Reddick. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Again, he'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. after the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd down and 7. Again, it's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give to Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, it's Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll buy some time right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fields now to throw. Flushed out right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Chris Barnes gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Running from the gun with Henry. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Packers!
Aaron Jones,
his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Packers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Again, it's Henry. And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
56 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage. And
gets through, and now an opening. Running right through it. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big run that time by Henry.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
McCann's got it teed up.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Fields.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural,
yeah, but I like